What is poppin', people? You got JBear here, bringing you all SPL rules just for the draft players. I know not everyone knows the rules of a standard VGC doubles draft league, so this will be useful help to go over it. Feel free to just put me on in the background. The only visual aid is obviously myself, hi, and the actual document, but I will go through that, and then we will hopefully all understand the rules a bit better after this quick run through. So, starting with the draft rules, the draft is running like normal, a snake draft. It is 20 coaches, so it's a bit long between the picks if you're on either end. But other than that, very standard for draft. And 9 through 10 picks, no 11, but nobody really drafts the 11th Mon nowadays. And 110 points to spend, pretty generous, I would say. And a coach does not need to spend their full budget and can end their draft after 9 picks. Obviously, if you have the extra money, why not get the 10th Mon? But you don't need to spend all of your budget. Like, call it the AML rule. And then, other than that, not too much is different from a normal draft. Pokemon points go up to 20 in this format as opposed to standard 19 or 18, but, nothing too different. And then free agency, pretty generous in this league, 7 trades and 7 pickups. And there is a grace period. It was pretty eventful. I don't know how much they will talk about it, maybe the coaches, but it was a pretty eventful grace period. And 1 week to complete the match. Very standard, so it'll be a weekly upload for you guys. Forfeits, hopefully they don't happen. Battles, unlike standard where it's played at level 100, these are played at level 50, emulating the VGC aspect. And pretty standard for how VGC leagues operate nowadays. As far as level 50 versus level 100, things just do slightly more damage the way that the damage calculator is built. And then for EVs, for those of you who didn't know, at level 100 every point is 4 EVs. At level 50, the first point is 4 EVs, and after that is 8 EVs. So you can kind of split if you end up taking 8 out of one stat. You can put 4 into 2 different stats, which makes EVing a little bit more fun, in my opinion. And then Terra preview will be on everything, but team sheets will be closed. And in person VGC events, you give your entire team sheet away. In draft, you give nothing away. Although your Terra types, and but in this, your Terra types are shared with your opponent, and everything can Terra, which is a fun little rule. Just allows pretty much everything to be used in the normal VGC way, and without Terra preview, this format is so much harder. And you must bring 6 Pokemon to the team preview. Obviously, going into the battle, it's bring 4. So now going into a little bit of info about the standings. Teams, it's going to be an 8-week regular season. And this team point thing is for tiebreakers. If you 2-0 your set, you get 3 points. If you 2-1-2. If you 1-2, you get 1. And if you go 0-2, you get 0. Wins are the most important thing, but this points act as a tiebreaker, like you can see, ahead of differential. So it's wins, then points, then diff, then head-to-head and strength of schedule. It'll all be very behind-the-scenes technical stuff for that. Don't worry about it. It'll come to the playoffs, and hopefully we don't have to rely on too much tie-breaking. But it'll come in for the seeding, because not everyone will have a different number of wins. So playoffs will be top 12 out of 20, so pretty flexible playoff, but also a very long one, especially with the highest 4 seeds receiving a bye, which I know a lot of people will be excited to get that bye week. And then it's a he pick me format twice in a row. So it starts with 5 through 8 getting to pick 9 through 12, and then 1 through 4 gets to pick from the winners of those. So that'll be a fun little playoff. And then battle clauses. They got rid of species clause for this league, but you obviously can't bring 2 of the same drafted Pokemon to your battle. Imagine if you picked Fluttermane and got to bring 6 Fluttermanes. That would be broken, but no, you can't do that here. But it's if you picked Rotom Heat and Rotom Cut, as in the example, you could actually bring 2 Rotoms. And another thing to note, they didn't put it anywhere else on the clauses, but we did allow mythical Pokemon, which typically are not allowed in VGC, so it'll be a bit fun, a little bit more of a unique viewing experience, because you actually get to see Pokemon like Diancie and Petra run in your VGC games. And item clause, this is another big one. So items are one of a kind, and especially in VGC, it's pretty contested. There's a lot of useful items that you might want multiple of, like your covert cloak for fake out, or maybe your clear amulet for intimidate, maybe even a focus sash if you're a very frail team. So only having one item should lead to a lot of diversity in the builder. So yeah, this was just a quick little rules blurb on the rules of the SPL. Hopefully you guys understood everything. And yeah, so just a quick little summary. It's instead of best of one draft, we're playing best of three. Pick 4 out of your 6 at team preview. You don't have to bring the same 4 each time. You don't need to lead the same each time. And then there is item clause, but no species clause. There is a little bit of an interesting tiebreaker scenario. And then there is open Terra with Terra preview, but no open team sheets. I think that is another important point. So hopefully that all made sense. Peace.